driver. That is a backup car. He did have an accident during the qualifying session yesterday and was able to bring in his backup car and start in. And he has made a nice progression up through the pack. Has made a pit stop, but did not pit during the most recent caution period. And that's the reason why he is already up there in the front of the pack. And now he challenges Troy Beebe, and we have a car backing into the wall right in front of us here. That's the 13 car of Cathy Howard. And, oh, Beebe spins to avoid hitting, and several other cars are going to spin also. The number 9 car, driven by Dyer, is involved in a spin. As the Cathy Howard car was sliding to a stop, Troy Beebe was right there, had to stand on the brakes to avoid hitting her, slid to the inside of the racetrack, tagged the inside wall, and then here came Dyer in the number 9 car, and he spun and tagged the outside wall. It's a 3-car accident and a major setback for Troy Beebe as he has damaged that car in his quest for the Southwest Tour Championship.
He might be able to continue, Bob. There's some damage to the right side of the car, but he does have it fired, and you can see him trying to get it righty so he can get back around the other way, but evidently he doesn't have a reverse. He had a forward gear, but now he gets it going backwards, and he wants to stay in the lead lap. He'll get back to the pits, and maybe they can make repairs and keep him in the race, but he had to simply just turn square left to avoid the car number 13 that had spun in front of him.
Jerry Punch is in the pit area. Jerry?
Dale Earnhardt back in the pits. Likewise, Davey Allison pitting just behind Dale Earnhardt. So both these rivals will come in and now take on left side tires. Remember, you can only put 2 tires on during caution. At this last caution, a few laps ago, they put on right tires. And Mike Alexander now exits the pit and heads down pit road. So Alexander will have fresh rubber all the way around. As will Earnhardt. He jumps off the jack and heads back toward turn 1. And Davey Allison still on the jack here, getting left side tires.
So several make additional pit stops now. There's Earnhardt going back out onto the racetrack down the acceleration lane. You'll notice some grass being grown there in the first turn area. And here is the replay of Troy Beebe. Now watch him stand on the brakes as the Howard car is right ahead of him.
He just had to stand on the brakes and turn it square left. Of course, when it did, the back end went around the inside retaining wall and did some damage to the right side of the car. He has since brought it back to the pits, but he's about to go a lap down, and of course, the fellow who's in second place in the point standing.
Now, here is the original spin by Cathy Howard coming off corner number 4.
Looked like she just simply lost it as she came off the turn, Bob. Went around and backed in to the retaining wall and slid back across the racetrack right in front of Troy Beebe, and that's when he had to make his evasive move. And of course, a very fine gesture on his part to make that move. First of all, to save his own car, but also to keep him from hitting her, from T-boning her.
And then the number 9 car of Dennis Dyer also became involved in that crash. There is Beebe in the pit area as the crew is replacing the rubber on the right side of that car and trying to bend out the bodywork to keep it from rubbing on the tires. Dick Berggren is watching from pit road.
Well, Bob, they got more problems here than just changing tires. When Beebe came down pit road, the car was crabbing. That means the rear end is not straight in the car. It's crooked in the car. It's almost impossible to drive the car even at slow speed with a rear end that's out by, say, a 16. This thing looks like it's out by an inch or 2. So these guys have really got their work cut out for them if he's even going to get back into the race again. Now, they just removed the rear deck here to go to work on that back end and try to straighten it. That's his dad, Allen, looking into the rear end of the car to see what's going on. There's also action going up pit road with Jerry Punch. Jerry? Well, Rick Crawford having this trouble too, Dick. And Crawford, a driver out of Mobile, Alabama, he has had an oil pump drive belt come off, so he has been on pit road, and this caution certainly a break for him. He just come down pit road having lost oil pressure when the caution came back out. So a couple of cars smoking out there. A couple other quick pit stops there. Waltrip came in. He took on left side tires, as did Kenny Schrader. So now all the Winston Cup regulars running this Southwest Tour event have fresh rubber.
And we also saw a fire in the number 07 car of Mark Walbridge here on pit road. So a lot of action here with 81 out of 186 laps are completed.